Hello, hello, my friends. It is Jennifer McCollum here, business coach for parent coaches and founder of the Parent Coach Club. And I am here with the fabulous Aparna Venkataraman. Hello, Aparna.
Hello, Jennifer. Thank you for having me. So happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here because we're here today to talk about making money as a parent coach. So, Aparna, can you make money as a parent coach?
Yes, you can.
Yes,
you can. You can. That's our new motto.
I love it. Yes,
it's
you
a new
can.
jingle. Yes, you can.
Okay, we're here to talk about you, how you make money as a parent coach. What was the biggest needle movers, all of your best advice? Spill it all. Tell us everything. Well, before you tell us everything, let's start with who you serve, how you serve them.
Yeah, I am the founder of Beauty and Parenting. I serve moms and caregivers who are anxious or introverted or highly sensitive. And I help them to create healthy boundaries in family and in life and create these life skills. And I do that through one-on-one parent coaching. I do that through group coaching coming up, and also a free Facebook community, and also meditation and breathwork sessions, as well as essential oils. So I have a variety of ways that I serve parents, and I do this to empower them and help them to connect back to themselves and help them to create some really beautiful family connection for themselves too.
I feel so calm every time I talk to you. Like when you just say breath work and meditation, it just my shoulders drop and I'm like, yes, yes.
I have trained you well, Jennifer.
You have. You're so good. Yeah. So good. Okay. Yeah. How long have you been doing this work?
I launched in January of 2018, Beauty and Parenting. And I have been serving families now for 20 years, since my teen years, since I was 15. And I supported them in children's hospitals. I supported them in a lot of nonprofit organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, the United Way, through AmeriCorps here, and giving back. And also I was a toddler teacher. I was a preschool teacher too, and got to really, I had the end of the day shift with families. And so I had to get to know every single parent and every single family that I knew. And I was also a lead teacher in my very last 9-to-5 job with toddlers. And so I got to see families through their highs and their lows. And none of that really ended up working out for me in a lot of different ways. And the universe really wanted me to become an entrepreneur and to serve parents in a way where I can reach them worldwide. And I've done a lot of mindfulness trainings with toddlers, and I did that with parents, and I did that with preteens who were going through a lot with their families and didn't have many resources. And I really just wanted to give these gifts that I had back to, as many people as I could worldwide. And I'm a total extrovert, honestly, even though there's a huge part of me that has always been introverted. I get really recharged by socializing and getting to know people and meeting tons of new people every day. And that's just a gift through the awareness of connecting back to myself and knowing that I am an extrovert who is more highly sensitive to other people's energy. So I've had to set those boundaries within myself as well too, and with family as well. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing all that. And I think it's important for all of those listening right now or watching right now to just know the background that Aparna's had. And everything that you've done has led you to be an incredible parent coach and doing the work that you're doing. So really, you've been serving parents for 20 years, but really started your beauty and parenting in 2018 and focused in using all of your background, all your skills and education and passions, and poured it into a beautiful business.
I didn't want to just limit myself with the gifts I had to offer. I have something very unique that I don't know any other parent coaches who are doing this, who are quite specifically doing what I'm doing. And I have a very unique perspective in that I'm not a parent yet, but I've gotten to see parents and know them through so many different through the other perspective, the other sides of being a teacher or a worker or basically a service-led a service-oriented person too with that.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Okay, we're here to talk about the money. So let's dive right into it. Tell us what do you want to share? Annual income, monthly income, average monthly? What do you want to share?
I'd love to share my average monthly income. My average monthly income is $2.5K right now.
Awesome.
Right now. And it's definitely, it's grown, and it's, I have my own goals of getting to 5K months, 10K months. And it's because I've been surrounded by so many wonderful mentors like you, so many people who have really shown me the limits to where I can go after working a 9-to-5 job where I basically didn't have much in savings at all at the end of the day too. And I also had jobs where I couldn't really advance either in those jobs, even after trying, even after knowing my gifts and knowing how hard I was working, that, I wanted to just be able to have the money that I wanted to have and have the money to be able to give back and to give back to my family and do all these things. But knowing that at some point, like in the long run, like I needed to pivot and do something else that would serve me. And that could have been another 9-to-5. But thankfully it's, being a parent coach. And I want to say about something really big about income is that you get to choose. And I've learned this a lot as a parent coach, you get to choose how much you want to make. And so when we come from those backgrounds and experiences and jobs of, it's set in stone what it is. And, to go to, thinking about what your rates are and what you're charging and how you're starting out. I basically, my income is what it is right now. It's based off of my energy and knowing that, if I wanted to make a higher income, that comes with more responsibility too, as I've learned, as I think too. And so, yeah, I want to say the sky's the limit, but I also want to say that you get to manage as an entrepreneur, as a parent coach, what you want to bring in and what you can receive, what you want to receive too.
I think that's beautiful and such a key message right there. You get to choose. So Aparna, when you were growing your business, as we know you start out in your business and you start at zero, basically, and you grow it and you grow it. And was there a time when it like completely, expanded for you, or was it a slow growth? And if there was like kind of something that you noticed, like what was it that kind of was that needle mover for you?
I will say, and I was going to talk about this later, but the reason why it took so long, it was a slow growth for me, it took so long to get to where I wanted to be, was honestly because I wasn't managing my self-care. I wasn't sleeping well. I didn't have the energy that I needed. I wasn't able to focus as much. And I know, Jennifer and I've known each other for a few years now. And I know she's seen probably a shift in me, in my ability to focus and show up. And it was because, my other mentors know this too, that I had a lot of sleep issues. And it took me a while to just be like, what, this is the problem. And this is something that hasn't been able to, go away. And what really shifted for me was really managing my schedule and my sleep schedule and my electronics and my screen time, and finding, going to the doctor and getting health tests done and figuring out something that helped me right now with the supplement that I'm taking for my sleep, and sleeping really well and being mindful of the quality of my sleep, and knowing, hey, I needed to do this and manage my self-care because this is my business and nothing is changing. This is my career. How can I do all these things I want to do in the world? How, if I can't, if I don't have the energy to do them, if I can't focus on things, right? It's very hard. And things, as we all know, in life, things come up, all sorts of things come up. But sleep, I wanted to really, really take care of my health and my mind and my body, and going in the doctor and having tests wasn't fun, doing all of that. But I know that now what I'm doing for myself is really paying off as well too. And so I didn't see the shifts that I wanted to see in my business until I managed my self-care and then I got that energy that I needed and that focus. and let go of a lot of things that weren't serving me, a lot of like maybe social media platforms, a lot of like communities, a lot of tasks I was doing in my day for my business, knowing that I didn't have to post as often, spending, having the energy and like planning trips, spending more time with my family, doing all of that, and everything kind of shifted. And then I was able to focus on my niche. As Jennifer and I talk about so much, I was able to really focus and get really clear. Once I got really clear on it, that's when the clients came in. That's when people started noticing. That's when people started knowing me for doing this. That's when I started getting random messages saying, hey, you're doing something really unique. I love this. Can you tell me more about this? I get messages from moms right now too, as well. I get so many people joining my mailing list as well and enjoying my content and my freebies. And it's because I have that passion, that love for creating all of that too. And so it's just easy. It's like I put it out there, and it's an extension of who I am, because I'm embodying my niche as well too. And so people are connected to me, and when I have consultations with them, they're like, some of them are like, I feel like I've known you for such a long time, or like I really resonated and really connected with you, and I didn't know why. And then it becomes really easy to find those soulmate clients and those dream clients and those people that you really do want to invest time and energy in, because I've invested time and energy in me as well.
Gosh, that's so good. That's such a good takeaway. Like, we do have to take care of ourselves. So your self-care was really key for you. And I love that you used energy, because the energy, when we're taking care of ourselves and we're feeling really good about what we're doing, and we're not feeling desperate for clients or overwhelmed with trying to keep up to all the social media, when we're not feeling that way, that energy comes across even without us saying it. It comes across in the way we sit and the way we talk and the way we hold a discovery call, the way we type an email out. Like, I notice I go back to emails. I never send them out right away if I'm in a negative headspace. And I always go back and I'm like, oh, I did not want to say it like that. I'm so glad I didn't send it. Like, that energy, it just comes across without even using the words like that.
I go back and read former, previous blogs I used to write, and I used to do them monthly when I started my business. I had so much to share. And it's just a different energy. I was in a different energy, in a different headspace. I was obviously also in a different place with my family as well too, working on a lot of healing. And the transition to becoming an entrepreneur is not easy. It's very different when you go from working in a school with 200 people to being with yourself every day. You really get to know yourself too. But yeah, I honestly, self-care is a huge thing, and getting to know for each person, each of my clients too, what self-care means to them. That's a nice deep dive into getting to know that too.
Yeah, I bet you are just a breath of fresh air for people that haven't been taking care of themselves, to know that there is a way to do that. And I also love that you talked about niching. Now, also, I did not pay her to talk about niching for those listening. You know how much I love to talk about niching, and how I have seen so many people grow just by embracing that niche. And I love that you pointed that out, that really makes it easier for people to connect with you and know how you can serve them. And we all know, as soon as someone feels connected and has clarity to what you can provide, if they need it, they hire you. So it really does make a difference.
I will say one thing about niching. I love when I, connect with people and know what their niche is, and it's not a vague thing. And I get to just it's like an easy way into their hearts, into their careers, because they know themselves much better too. It's kind of like when you're dating, you someone knows themselves, they get it, they, and they're more specific about those things too. So, as Jennifer has talked about before, just being more specific. And when I started out, I wanted to help everybody. I was used to helping families in a million different ways. And then I realized, there's so many different other niches and areas I could have helped people with adoption, or with medical issues, or with, only teens or whatnot too. And I really realized that it was kind of a waste of time too, if I didn't really want to do that. if it didn't feel good. I had it because then I attracted a lot of people pitching me things and me only saying yes because there was nothing else available and I wasn't clear with my business and my brand and what I wanted to do too. So you get to choose, and it's a process. It's a process kind of. Yeah.
I'm definitely titling this, You Get to Choose. I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question about what you wish you knew when you started that you know now. And we've talked about self-care and we've talked about niching. Is there anything else you just really wish that you knew when you first started that could be like, this is what I want to leave a new parent coach with? This one great tip.
I would say, well, it was going to be, I wish I knew how much sleep impacted my life and my business, but I would say, you know, I wish that I wish as a parent coach, and this took me maybe 6 months into my business, I wish that I had joined a community of like-minded people. When I first started out, when I first launched, I was in a group coaching program full of a lot of amazing people and a lot of amazing friends, but a lot of them were all yoga teachers or more spiritual. And I am, but I'm not a yoga teacher, and that's a whole other community that I love, but it didn't feel right. And luckily I had met, another parent coaching community 8 months in, and that was what really connected me. So finding that like-minded group of people who can help you stay accountable and you can enjoy it, just like it helps you to enjoy your work more, to have people who understand you, and you can build relationships with them too. That's what I would say.
Point. So find a community of like-minded people.
Yes.
Again, not an ad for the Parent Coach Club, but
because I have many different communities for all of what I do.
You've got to find the right one for you.
Yep.
And there are lots of communities out there based on what you would like to get from the community and what you're willing to give as well. I always say, go into a community where you give as much as you get. And Aparna, you definitely give, I'd say, more than you get in the parent coach community, because
I do that because I have such a huge passion for not just empowering parents and kids, but just empowering moms and parents who decide to also help other parents, help other families. Yeah.
Is there anything we didn't touch on? I know we could talk for hours about all of the things, but tell me if there's something that you wanted to, just for parent coaches to know, and what we can leave them with today.
Yeah, I would say, just a couple of things that I embody every day, like my uniqueness, not just my niche, but my unique personality as a person, and sharing that. I think I'm with all the parent coaches I've talked to, the other people I've mentored, just pretty much people who are starting on social media. I know that I've always connected with or joined a membership with or coached with somebody whom I got to know, live on a call and things like that too. And that comes from getting to see like their videos or their stories, or a way to connect with them as well too. So I encourage you to like share not just the business side of yourself as a coach, but also, your family life, whatever feels best to you. And because others will want to pick up on that, they'll be drawn to that like authenticity of who you are, and just sharing your facets of yourself too, and knowing that you don't always have to share the highs and the excitements and the great days. You can also, I really am drawn to those people. I can see the facets of them as well too, because that means that they can help me and understand the facets of me as well. And so,
that it is wonderful just to know that you can be your authentic self, and that builds your business. We don't have to pretend to be someone else. In fact, that can really break a business really quickly. Just be yourself. People will be attracted to you for who you are. So Aparna, where can people find you so they can see your uniqueness and all the fabulous
things you do? Dancing reels on Instagram, and everything else that I have to share, all the fun stuff I have to share too, um, on at Beauty and Parenting on Instagram, on Facebook. Also, my website is Beauty and Parenting, inparenting.com. And I've got a ton of interviews on there. I've got blogs. I have a freebie for you, the self-care and priorities chart, which is just like a one-page colorful chart that you can download with 5 areas of your life to kind of look at and prioritize. And then you can also celebrate wins with your family, your children each week too. And also the sensory self-care space, which is my beautiful little community of people who just want relaxation time and me time. Anytime someone joins, they are like, I just really want some me time. And so I provide that daily inspiration. I'm doing weekly breath work in there now to just have that moment of connection to yourself too. And learn those techniques. Yeah.
That is wonderful. The self-care and priorities chart is on your website. Is that what you said?
It is on my website. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure the links are in the notes and in the comments so that people can find that. And then the sensory self-care space where you're doing the weekly breath work. I'm sure there's a lot of parent coaches listening that are also parents. So hopefully they go and join that space.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I have the unique skills of breath work and deep breath work and also practical breath work and also guided meditation. And I'll be sharing some things about essential oil tips and some parenting tips, just a lot of what I know. And I just wanted to kind of nurture that time and have that little live Q&A time as well for others who are joining and just to have that community too. So I think it's wonderful. We have a lot of moms and caregivers, some educators in there from around the world. All over Australia, UK, US, all sorts of places. Yeah.
That is beautiful. Beauty and Parenting. Aparna Venkataraman, thank you so much for sharing that you can love your business, you can make money at it, and you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, and you can take care of yourself and feel empowered to choose what you want to choose. What you can do.
Choose.
Yeah. How much you get to make, how far you go. Yeah.
The possibilities are endless. Thank you so much for being here. I know that this is going to be watched over and over, and I hope everyone hears every single word that you've said because it's been beautiful.
Thank you. And feel free, if any parent coaches out there, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to just have a call with you, just chat with you, help you. Yeah.
Thank you, Aparna.
Thank you.